Get you anything?
How's it going? Ready for the next race?
Oh, she's running like a dream. Full tank, tuned up, body polished to a sheen. Never been more ready.
Was asking about you, Claire, not your beast.
Yeah, I meant me.
Hey, come here, let's talk.
Need a fixer. Got something that can't wait.
Let him in.
here, not there. Who are you?
Name's V.
And what is it you want, V?
All these years, it's really her. Fucking Rogue, just kicking it back on a couch at the afterlife. Don't mess with her, she's
girl.
got MRIs.
What was her gripe?
Why didn't you ask her? Might still be around, sniveling in a corner.
Need your services. Gotta track a guy down. Anders Hellman. Hotshot engineer. Worked for Arasaka.
Millisec. Anders Hellman. Pinpoint him for me?
Thanks.
Jumping too soon. First, my help's got a price. Second and third, Dexter Deshawn, Jackie Wells, T-Bone. Multiple bells ringing, V. Left a lot of bodies behind. Death walks in your wake. Chalk that up to bad luck?
There's the bitch I know. Ask her about Saka Tower. How they shot me up right in front of her.
They knew the risks. All sorts of shit happens. To all sorts of people. Even to the best. To you too, Rogue. Arasaka Tower, remember? Who'd you lose back then? Johnny something.
Ah, you came prepped. Course. Anyways, feelings be damned, I've always said. This is pure biz. You need my help, so get those eddies ready.
See?
And if I don't have the scratch, it's fuck off and have a nice day?
No, more like come back when you do. Them's the breaks.
Then see ya. Soon.
You know where to find me.
Should be enough.
Come back tomorrow. We'll talk.
D, hey, come here, let's talk.
Get you anything?
Jeff, hang on just a little longer, too. Ripper's on the way.
Okay, I'm back. Talk.
Well, wait, Coffee, what I have to say? After Century agents kidnapped! From way back. Doesn't matter. And what happened? Get down. For a while. Night City students?
Was thinking about swapping some chrome. You got any new toys?
Have a look.
How's it going with Mama Wells?
Pretty good. Maybe too good.
Well, how's that?
After we said goodbye to Jackie, she invited me over. We talked for a while. Now, not a day goes by when she doesn't call. Ask how it's going. Tells me about herself, Jackie, everything. Sometimes for hours. Sent me a roast the other day. You believe that? Apparently I'm too skinny. She knows I don't eat meat. V, I'm afraid she's trying to, I don't know, adopt me somehow.
What's the big deal? I wish somebody would make me a roast.
I think Miss Wells is using me to avoid thinking about her son's death.
With a new surrogate daughter.
Exactly.
You ever run into a guy who calls himself a Zen master?
No, but I've heard of him. He try and give you some meditation BDs?
Uh-huh. Then he disappeared. All I found was his clothes.
And that worries you.
The way he was talking, it was like he knew about Johnny. He didn't say anything directly, but...
Maybe you just took his teachings too close to heart.
yeah, maybe.
Any case, if you see him again, send him to me.
You want to meditate too?
No, want to read his tarot.
Claire, you coming? I'm already here.
Great. Be there in a flash, promise.
Right on. See you soon.
Wait, hold up. Which rig are we using?
Mine.
No argument there. Be right over. Later.
Hey, I bet a bundle on our win. Losing's just not an option, eh?
Hey, look, Samson. Fresh meat.
Be embarrassing to lose to a rookie.
Chill. Gonk will probably crash out on the first bend.
Hey.
Hey, V. Good to see you. So how's it look to you?
Give you my take when we cross the finish line. Provided we arrive in one piece.
Hey, focus on winning.
Yeah, I'll go heavy on the throttle. NC badges are okay with this?
NC badges can't see a problem around the stack of eddies put in front of them.
Solve every problem, don't they? Eddies.
Mm-hmm.
No consequences for corpses in these races?
Cops don't care who dies. They just funnel the data through their accident reports.
A bullet to the brain counts as traffic fatality.
Depends on the street.
Any tips before we roll?
Don't take your foot off the tube. My job will be to slow everyone else down. Ultimately, it'll be speed, not firepower, that'll win us this race.
Go fast. Got it.
Oh, take this shard.
What's this for?
It'll show you the route. You'd be driving blind without it. We need to hit all the checkpoints or we'll be disqualified. If you want to hang a bit, do. I'll be in the rig.
When do we start?
The shard. It's all on there.
Just come back to me in one piece, baby. Nothing missing. Got it? I love you.
Last bit! Don't miss your chance to win! First elimination rally coming up. Everyone ready? Not like it matters. Too late to back out anyway. Strap in, pray to your gods, and get ready to go for pay dirt! 3, 2, 1! Covering fire!
Good luck with that! Don't jinx it.
Requesting backup in city center. All units in the area respond.
Roger, unit responding. Any plans for the evening dispatch? Dispatch, do you copy?
Damn. Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent. All units be advised. Suspect remains in the vicinity.
Doing good, B. Keep it up.
Don't jinx it.
Free and clear! Our victors! What did we just see?
We fucking won! First place!
Hey, you sound surprised.
First fucking place! It's not that I'm surprised, it's just...
I know, first place. I heard you.
Let's hold up at the finish line a minute, just in case.
You got it. Do these races every year?
My 4th time this. First time out, I won. It gets you hooked. I can't give it up now.
Can't or won't.
What's the difference?
You do this for the eddies, the wins, the glory? Why do you race? It's like you've got laser focus.
You don't like winning? Come on, you alive?
Of course, who doesn't?
See? That we got in common. And I always like to finish what I start, so let's win these damn races.
That is the plan.
Need a lift to the shop?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
So, got a plan?
Damn right I do. Come over to mine tonight and then lay the groundwork with Tom and Roxy. They're with us. Michael will be here too.
How'd you manage that?
Got something really big. Tell you everything tonight. Last thing, what do you like on your pizza?
A&A, artichokes and avocado flavor, and zucchini for good measure.
Ooh, fancy. So, I'll see you come evening?
Gonna tell me this big secret of yours?
Figured out how to tweak behavioral chips. Turn dolls into fighters.
Sounds like my kind of plan.
We'll go over the specifics tonight. You're coming, right?
Of course I'll be there.
Get you anything?
How goes? Fishing for a gig? Could ask inside for
Oh, V! Nah, man, I'm sorted. Full speed ahead, yeah? Got in with scavs, starting tomorrow. Got you a present. For helping, right?
Fucking pathetic.
Oh, it's a souvenir. Last thing I got left from Hanson. Lame to dump it. Got a new life thanks to you. Good to give gifts to friends, eh?
You're kidding, right? Scavs? Of all the things you could. Ben, you choose to be trash?
Gotta make a living, don't I? Got intel on Vargas's ins and outs. Valuable, right? Get my shit together soon. Let Babs know.
Ugh.
And if they tell you to snatch a Vargas convoy, with Babs doing security, makes the two of you basically enemies. Gonna drop her if they order you to? Think she'll pull the trigger on you if she has to?
No, like, I mean, you know, like, she and me, we'd never, like, she wouldn't, chale, no mames. See? My shit's always gotta go tits around the bend. Know what I'm saying? See? My shit's always gotta go tits around the bend. Know what I'm saying?
Anything?
Hey, come here, let's talk.
Here to see Rogue, expecting me. Hey Rogue, I'm back. What about Hellman?
2, please. Make some room. Sit down.
Hope you found him.
Don't see that often. Determination like yours. Must really need this guy.
Matter of life and death.
Haven't heard that for a while either. Bottle stays. Go ahead. Enjoy.
To your health.
To yours, kid. Gonna need it. Thanks, Nix.
Queen of the afterlife. Who would have thunk?
Got a shard for you. Intel. Interesting stuff.
Think she'll help?
The rogue I remember was one cold-ass bitch. But she usually went with her gut. Something tells me she thinks you'd check out.
Let's see what you got.
Your Hellman's not on any payroll, not officially anyway, but he does pop up in GNT's confidential stacks. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations. All that clear?
Think you can track him down?
Getting a mark on him ought to be easy. Actually grabbing him? Another story entirely. Decrypted map of upcoming Kang Tao convoy routes.
Think Hellman might be in one of them? Thing is, which one?
Take a look at the specs on this one. A lone AV, no ground support, no linked cargo manifests either.
Weird.
Sure, Kang Tao sometimes transports stuff unregistered if they want to push it under the table. But catch the load on this AV. Already approved in the system, but too low. So definitely no cargo on board. But there's a passenger list. Kang Tao security detail plus 1 VIP. Transfer from Chan T.
Our boy Hellman.
That was the good news.
There it is.
Data's all confidential. You just snap your fingers and it falls in your lap.
I know where to look, and I know whose head to put in a vice. Also, hate wasting time, especially answering stupid questions.
So what's the bad news?
Bad news is the extraction site. Look, Night City airspace. All this.
No way to jack the transport without the NCPD picking up on it.
And here, we're too close to Kang Tao. We even give that AV a dirty look, their backup hustle will be on us. But right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city, and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
Guess it's your lucky day.
Dead zone. I'll grab him there.
Gonna need a native to the area. Someone who'll set up the op, cobble together the gear.
Even tracking that AV will be a bitch. Familiar with the type. Saw legacy models flying around during the war. They're mammoth, but they're quick. Plus they pack next-gen defenses. Can't take pot shots at it. Not even with serious firepower. Just won't work.
It's not about firepower. There are ways, and people who know them. Or who can at least improvise on a theme.
So a native. Know any hickmerks?
Just one. Pan Am Palmer. She can't count on her clan anymore, but she's a true nomad. She knows those lands. And she will help you. Won't have a choice.
Won't have a choice? Does not sound enticing. Not for her and not for me.
Enticing comes at a price you can't possibly afford.
Can't possibly afford to blow this chance at nabbing Hellman.
Your operation, your call.
Got a bad feeling, V.
Seems wonky to me. Nomads give the city folk, a wide berth.
Varies by clan, by the connections they have, the depth of shit they're in. But you're right. Aldecaldos are rarely willing to do biz with the city.
Pan Am's got a different take?
Yep, on everything it seems.
Can't be trusted if her clan banished her. Sorry, just not willing to pay you for help like that.
Actually, she walked away. Said it was about the family, its future, nomad ideals, blah, 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 blah. I stopped listening a few words in.
Thought you preferred to know who you're dealing with.
I know enough. Besides, when someone starts spouting ideals, it's probably about something else. Power, usually. Fortunately, not my biz, not yours. Pan Am's capable and stands to help you. That's all you need to know.
Why's Pan Am gotta help me? I sense a catch. Pretty big one.
Occasionally, Pan Am moves merch for me. Last job? Well, wasn't a good day for her.
She run into a hitch?
Complete bust, actually. Lost the goods and her ride. Pan Am will do anything to get the load back. Means her dignity. I know her.
Okay. Guess I can try to help her. But if we don't know where to look, I mean...
We do. I do.
You know, but wouldn't tell Pan Am. Aim to play cat and mouse with me too?
My aim is to know an opportunity when I see one, and then to seize it. Say I told her everything. What do you think she'd have done? Grabbed her iron and gone on the warpath, that's what. Not hard to see how that could have ended. And there's nothing I hate more than losing good people to plain stupidity.
Huh. I'm her only chance, and she's my only chance. 2 pawns on Rogue's board.
You're quick. For a pawn.
No, V.
Fine. Let me hear what you know.
Rocky Ridge, ghost town just outside Night City. Pan Am knows where. You'll go there, get the merch back, wheels too. Naturally, you'll call her first. Sending you her deeds.
Finally.
All clear. Thanks.
Let's get out of here.
Good luck.
Again.
Here, let's stop. Just a little longer, too. Richard's on the way.
This Pan Am? Be here.
Where? How did you even get this number?
From Rogue.
Great. Fuck. Where's that old warhorse want to kick me now?
This thing between you and Rogue, couldn't care less. Got a job for you.
Good. But I'm overextended at the moment.
With the merch and your car? Getting them back? I can help with that.
The rail freight yard on Benita Street. The one hugging the city line. We'll meet there.
See ya.
Ready to roll or what?
A terrorist group dubbing itself a trade union has been eradicated. These self-proclaimed
Fucking pathetic.
Organic food continues to be a major
Hey, V. Come on in. Pizza's getting cold. We're in the kitchen.
You made it. Good. Grab a seat. This is Roxanne. She's worked at Clouds longer than any of us.
Hello.
Hey, nice to meet you.
When I heard what you pulled at Clouds, shit, I so regretted I was off that day.
Just eat the free pizza and then we're out of here, okay?
Were you and Evelyn close?
Yeah, blew up in her face when she showed up back at Clouds. She was supposed to be long gone, the one who got away. But deep in my heart, I was glad to see her back. Feel like such a gunk now.
Come here 'cause you want payback for what happened to her?
That's for sure. But I just want to have a normal job, too. No fears, no tears, you know?
You'll never get rid of the stench of the corpse.
You drop a lot of them, don't you? What's your secret?
So, what's this plan all about?
I'd like to hear the answer to that too.
I modified the behavioral chip. It can equip any doll with a motor reflex system. In other words, make the doll move and fight like a Preem-tier solo.
Fascinating, isn't it? What one can learn while tuning fake orgasms for the Moxes.
Mind stepping outside? Can't smoke in here.
You'll air it out later. Fine, I'll sit by the window.
The body will react as if executing a well-trained series of movements. Already tested it out on Tom. Chip's impulses supplant any natural reflexes, so it'll make users feel like they're experiencing cyberpsychosis.
But it's basically the same as when we activate ourselves for a client.
Tech that's all pros and no cons, I don't buy it. Side effects, spill them.
Combat mode auto-initiates when a threat is present, and there's no way to stop it. Can't find a workaround.
And that's it?
I don't know. Only way to determine that'd be through months of testing on a range of subjects.
There's an ethical side, too. You can murder someone and not remember a thing.
Solo skills don't lie in just executing movements. There's split-second processes that happen. Logistics, decision-making, result of years of practice. Doubt your chip's capable of compensating for that.
You're probably right. But I don't see another way. Alternative's intensive training, but we don't have time for that.
How'd you ever come up with this?
Learned how the behavioral chip works at Clouds. Always seemed like they must be pretty easy to modify. I'm surprised I didn't get the idea the moment we walked into Maiko's office.
Count yourself lucky. What with all the cams and mics and Clouds? Tiger Claws would sooner dig those chips out of the dolls with screwdrivers than let an idea like this run its course.
All right. Gotta see it to believe it.
Finally, someone said it.
Tom? Pulled that sequence from a kung fu training virtue.
Gotta admit, not bad.
Yeah, for the market square in Kabuki. Before we start talking serious biz, gonna need to see serious action.
You just saw him.
I saw a bar trick. I want to see a fight. Got an expert in causing bodily harm among us. I want to see how Tommy handles him.
V? Just don't mess up my digs, okay? I like it here.
It's on now!
What the? Ah!
Everything chill? You okay?
Look at me go! You see that? Woo! Gotta do some cardio!
Judy. Outdid yourself. If you were to sell that, you'd be the richest Judy in the NUSA.
Please. Plenty of killing machines in the world. I don't want to turn more people into them. After this, chips are getting micro-nuked.
If you got something to say, just say it.
Who, me? This is my impressed face.
Okay, okay. That probably sells it. The chip works.
Let's get to it then. You've got an elite force of 3 muscleheads and a techie. What now?
Guards and tiger claws in and around will overpower, take down, disarm, escort them out. Clouds will be ours.
Shootings have been reported along the
Bosses, we'll give an ultimatum. A cut of the proceeds in exchange for never showing their faces at the club again. And having no say in how the club's managed.
That's what I thought. A half-baked, insane plan. You can't see more than an inch ahead of you. Taking out the security there won't solve anything. Claws will just send more. Hiromi Sato's the man you gotta get to.
Hiromi Sato. Who's that?
Cloud's real boss. He rarely shows, but you can't so much as sneeze without him finding out. Claws trust him, respect his opinion. He is one of them. We can try to convince him, but it's doubtful. We stand a better chance by injecting him with a dose of fear.
Where do we find this Hiromi?
At his apartment, H8 Mega Tower, topmost floor. It's a penthouse, almost never steps outside its glass walls. But I'll figure out a way to get us inside.
Tom and Roxanne gonna come with?
No. Whole point's to strike both places at the same time. They'll take care of business at Clouds.
Two-pronged assault. Loving it.
Yeah, plan just might work. Maiko, I take it you're on board too.
Wouldn't be wasting my time here if I wasn't.
So how about it, V, Tom, Roxy? Made up your minds?
I need to think about it. Never wasted anyone before, you know.
I'm with it all the way.
V?
Don't tell me you're seriously consider.
Rather not have to flatline anyone.
What he said.
Hope is it won't be necessary.
Overpower Hiromi. Humiliate him. Should be enough. Bosses will put him out of the game.
Demonstrates commitment to eradicating the district's criminal presence. Today's final story is...
Count me in, Judy. I already said I'd help, didn't I?
Thanks, V.
Save the gratitude for later, please. I'll set up the meet with Hiromi and let you know. I need a couple days. Have fun. Toodaloo.
Michael, hold up. Give us a lift.
Only if you don't talk to me. I feel a migraine coming on.
Oh, shit. I'm scared, V. Speaking of gratitude, stuff I'm asking you to do, well, usually comes with a price tag, I know. You want to help, I get that. But I'm more than happy to pay your fee in full. Feels like it's only right.
Judy? For real? No, don't want to hear it.
But
not a word.
V, everything okay? V?
Okay. Okay, I'm better. Fine.
What the hell, V? You, like, sick?
Remember the heist Evelyn hired us for? The relic I was gonna clep.
Couldn't forget that in a million years.
That biochip. Well, Long story short, it had Johnny Silverhand's mind on it. An engram of it that's overriding my mind.
You being serious?
Truly wish I wasn't.
Fuck. Anything at all you can do?
One can hope.
It's late. You're tired. You can crash on my couch if you want.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Don't worry about it. Make yourself at home.
Ah, shit! Huh, interesting.
Place looks like a fucking antique museum.
Then I guess you should feel right at home.
Chick's got taste.
That all you have to say?
And she's nice. 6 out of 10.
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
Now that's fucking Shimra. Think that's how she winds down?
After a day's work of tuning hardcore smut? Wouldn't be surprised.
Killing 10 kids. He's likely to face up to 20 years in prison. Just kidding. He's way too rich for that. No, Roy hasn't been charged with anything. In fact, later that evening, he was at a charity event in City Hall to raise money for the children harmed in the accident. Again, kidding! So naive. From New Mexico and Oklahoma show. Honestly, who cares about the snotty-nosed suicide blast?
Well.
The Bushido collection in BD format.
First 3 are collector's items nowadays.
Although both sides have expressed a desire to avoid further escalation of the conflict, bookies have put the odds of a full-blown border war at 3-1. That concludes today's World News segment. Please join us again next time.
Someone likes getting their feet wet.
Don't need to be an expert to tell the gear's pro.
Who would have thought?
Perilous future. Electropunk? I'd rather puke out my ears.
There must be a mistake. No mistake, sir. With the compliments of an old friend. That's Mum, 1921.
Hey, Claire. Next race. You ready?
It'll be a tough one. Off-road, lots of lead flying. We'll take Beast. I want to try her out in the field.
Nova. FYI, I'm already here.
Perfect. Join you in a sec.
Sounds good. See ya.
Hey, V. Good to see you again.
Got another race to run, huh?
Second of 4, I hope. Ready to go off-road?
It's not a fan-friendly event, is it?
We'd want to bake in this sun.
Speed, carnage, a crunching metal symphony? Yeah, dull stuff. Looks like Aldecaldo's fronted a solid team.
This is their race, or so they think.
Are they wrong?
Nomad team usually wins this one, so no. Guess not. Okay, I'm just gonna melt under that sun, so gonna wait in the car.
Sure.
Hey guys,
I really thought you'd stand me up again. I thought Wooly would have
Ladies
the
and
right
gentlemen,
shotgun.
get your pants on
Wooly
right.
is a
Strap
fantastic
in
shot.
and fire up your engine.
He is.
30 seconds and counting.
Too much. Hey, you!
Ignore him. Luigi tries to get in people's heads.
You hear
So
me?
next time I
Yeah,
actually
what's
don't
up?
make it, there's duct
Just
tape
wanted
in the
to
trunk.
wish you luck.
Just saying.
Thanks!
3, 2, 1.
Cover each other.
Sandstorm. Careful, V.
Wasn't easy.
Drive up to the finish line.
Why, no way the missus will believe I bet on the winning horse.
You lost him? Oh, God.
How am I doing?
You're too wide around corners and slow down the last straightaway, but I'm nitpicking.
So, no regrets putting me behind the wheel?
Not yet.
Your last driver is better than I am?
He was. A good husband. An amazing wheelman.
So you're racing for him?
He adored this shit. Had a keen mind for machines, unmatched. He could talk to him. When he got behind the wheel, it was like he fused with it. But just him. No implants.
What do you say we win this for him?
I'm counting on you. You want a lift to my garage?
Find my own way there. Thanks.
All right, see ya.
No way! Just no fucking way! God!
Uh-oh.
Call you back.
right merc for the gig. Thanks for the help, V. My Juma to the finishing touches.
He's armed, did you hear? Fuck's sake!
Sorry.
You gotta smoke, huh?
Thanks for the help, V. My Jum will do the finishing touches.
feeling, V?
Hey, supposed to meet somebody. Big as a cow-cast truck. Goes by Aaron. Seen him around by any? Kids.
Wayne's, the boxer. Sure, he was here.
Was. He say where he was going?
Nah, 2 guys came in to see him a while back, that's all.
2 guys?
Chooms, clearly. Same vibe, just bigger than him.
Animals. Not good.
Seemed to be going for a smoke in the alley. Might still catch him.
Come on, V, take heart. Guy tried to do the right thing for once in his life.
You don't feel a thing?
Heard this song before, V. Know the lyrics by heart.
Too young to die.
Knock, knock. Listen up. Got a corpo in dire need. Our boy got sick. Ended up in a wheelchair. Now he's reaching for his boss's fat wallet. Now that I can get down to. So what do you say? Not about to leave him hanging, are we? Needs attention.
Did El Capitan send you?
Yeah, I'm V.
One moment, please. Sorry. Be right with you.
Hell of a beast you got there.
What?
That Kendachi Micro 76, strapped with dedicated cooling.
Oh, yeah, plus an additional processor and modified system bus.
See you hijacked the... We'll come back to this. Hell of a beast you got there.
What?
That Kendachi Micro 76, strapped with dedicated cooling.
Oh, yeah, plus an additional processor and modified system bus.
See you hijacked the motel's cams. Hell, probably the whole system, right?
Yes, Okay, I don't think you were followed. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Pedro.
You can still back out, you know. Look, you're shaking like a loose exhaust pipe. Maybe this ain't the job for you.
No, I've got it all planned out already.
El Cap tells me you're running a jump. Could use some help.
I'd like to, borrow a company truck.
You want to rob your employer?
Oh, yes, but not so loud, please.
This is your first time, right? A jump like this. Perfect.
But I'm well prepared.
This is an act of war against a megacorp. You prepared to deal with the blowback? They won't let this go.
I know.
Okay then, what's your plan?
Right, the plan. Here's what I have so far. Our target is an automated Zetatech transport hauling AV thrusters. Its route changes daily via a randomizer.
So how do we track it?
I refactored the randomizer. I know how it'll work.
Sure, so you can predict its path. Then what?
I'll stop the truck first, then breach its system.
Where do I come in?
You'll be there waiting already. You'll hop in and follow my instructions to steal it.
What's on it?
Chinese icebreaker. Should punch a hole in Zetatech security. Can't hack their truck without it.
What do you need these glow holes for anyway?
They're not too big, easy to sell, and well worth hundreds of thousands. A drop in the bucket for the higher-ups, but for me, it'll change my life.
Where should I wait for the truck?
Place called Kenmore Cafe, up front. The truck should drive by around 5 p.m. every day for the next few days. I'll call once you're there.
Pedro, let me be real for a sec. You're clearly not the rebel type. Why do this?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Spit it out, Pedro. I don't like unknowns.
I have ALS.
ALS? What's that? Doesn't sound so good.
3 months ago, I was still walking. 3 months from now, I'll trade my chair for a bed. I won't be able to lift a finger, utter a word, not even take a shit without help. I figure I got nothing to lose. Why not take a chance, right?
What's that got to do with robbing a truck?
If I'm gonna get out of this body, I need the money.
Come again?
A full body conversion. I've been talking to a ripper out in Abakan, Siberia, Dr. Fedorov. He said he could do it. And for a lot cheaper than in Night City or Tokyo.
How are you even gonna get to the USSR? Zetatech's gonna juice their security at the airport.
I'm familiar with Zetatech's search protocols. They have blind spots in seaports. So I go first by boat to Vladivostok, then to Abakan by train.
You serious? That could take a couple of weeks, maybe even more.
I'm prepared.
How's it so much cheaper?
I read that it's become a pretty standard procedure over there. The area's heavy industry, harsh conditions, normal human bodies don't last long.
What's the catch?
To even get on the waiting list, you have to submit a production obligation.
Meaning what?
A contract. Committing yourself to several years in local mines or factories.
Gotta say, this op doesn't exactly sound corp grade.
Well, I don't know, but they're never short on volunteers.
You actually signing that thing?
No, I'll pay up front.
And this Ripper, he just operates on foreigners. Cash under the table, in a party clinic.
Maybe his state pension isn't cutting it, I don't know.
How'd you even find this Dr. Fedorov? Some international database?
Well, yeah, how else?
You know those aren't the hardest eggs to crack, right? You sure this ain't a scam?
No, it's not, I'm sure.
How? How can you be sure?
Listen, I just need those thrusters, please. I need your help.
Run through it again.
I stop the truck at the intersection.
And I hop in and help. Okay, count me in. Be in touch soon.
Thanks. Remember, intersection just before Kenmore's Cafe. 5 sharp. Be there.
Get out of town before it's too late! Get out of town before it's too late!
Why the long face? Tip's not coming in.
No. Today's the 4th time my boss rejected my request for a vacation. Anyway, it's nice of you to ask. Nobody ever asks.
What's on the menu?
Got eyes, don't you?
You don't want to fuck with me?
It's me.
I know.
Okay. Eyes on that intersection.
I'm in.
Slot the splinter to the right of the wheel.
Done.
God damn it.
Talk to me, Pedro.
One sec. Got it. I have control. I'll drive.
So I just kick back, soak in the view?
Eyes open. Cocksuckers could show up any minute. ¡Mierda!
Easy.
I have no reason to live.
It's me.
I know.
Okay. Eyes on that intersection.
I'm in.
Slot the splinter.
Done.
God damn it.
Talk to me.
One sec. I have...
So I just...
¡Mierda!
Easy, Pedro. don't need to thank me.
That's amazing. Nice work. The runner's on me.
You handle it?
Take the wheel.
Got it. You all right there?
Yeah. Close call. Keep going. Till the end.
Okay.
Hey, V. Michael called. Before sundown, out front of the mega tower. Gonna be there?
Of course I will.
See you then.
Everything okay? It worked! We did it! Holy shit!
Safe travels.
1,000 times thanks.
The longer we chit-chat, the easier it is for Zeta Tech to track us. Again.
Of course. Over and out.
Yeah, see ya.
Beautifully done, V. Don't know about Pedro, but I consider you my hero already. See, V? Play your cards right, you'll always walk away with full pockets. Closing the gig.
There's one thing I'll never get about the Corpo psyche. They got it all. Power, prestige, Scrooge levels of eddies, and they still act like complete gonks. Take my client, for instance. Some hotshot from Kangtao went and got wasted in Arroyo. Then, well, Arroyo wasted him back. He's alive, but lost something valuable, whatever that means to these people. I need to find it before his overlords catch wind of it. Get to work. Details attached.
Ripper must have fucked up the caliper.
Well.
What the? Nothing like a taste of blood in the morning. Hit him down! I'll give you a real...
Got the data. What now?
Good. Very good. Should be as soon as possible. There's a place I know where. Sending you the coordinates.
See you soon, man.
Don't wait. Hurry.
How may I help you?
I'm looking for some new chrome.
Of course. Get comfortable and we'll get to it.
Thank God you're here.
Eddie's, Carl.
Right. Here.
What is it?
Damn it! We were this fucking close! No! Fuck! Please! No!
Drop your weapon!
Save me!
It cannot be! I need backup here!
Not me! You fucking killed them!
So to speak. Best if you hand over the Eddies and duck the fuck out.
Here!
V, gotta admit, I'm impressed. Things got dicey at the end there. Could've gone tits up in a hurry. But hey, client's still breathing and so are you. I'll arrange a safe house for Carl to sit tight in. Guessing he'll gladly front the extra bill. Slick work, really. You know, I don't typically see strong-arming as the best way to get results. Still, sometimes you're left with no choice but force. There's this scuzzbag needs to be reined in. A sadist on a corporate leash. A real hemorrhoid. Night City's ass. Do us all a favor and handle his contract. Details are attached.
person that you were once. I'm not running. Well, is it true? Oh, man, that's so... You could go to cyberspace. And why that? Because I don't want to tell my brain system. Cyberspace was never safe to begin with. But after Rage bought mine, I leaked RadioExt.
How? As in lakes of fire and demons looking
There's somewhere here!
Sounds spooky, but someone must still be in there, right?
Vega's flatlined and no one else is, so I'll chalk that up as a win. Community's suffered enough as it is. Get closed.
Psych eval? Okay.
Yo, this is better than sex! Losing soldiers!
Well, actually, it's just Nancy's son who's looking to get back something that was stolen. And, yeah, that Nancy. The one who punched Keys in Samurai. Oh, one more thing. If you could recover this gong's wheels too, that'd be real nice. So, you in? If so, find the details attached.
I remember that gig. Blew my vocal cords out so hard I couldn't speak for a week.
Wow, man. That must have been fun to watch.
What, the gig?
No, you're not speaking for an entire week. I've got your bootlegs.
Huh? What bootlegs? What are you talking about?
The samurai concerts, the one you hired me to find.
Ooh, yeah, totally. Why didn't you say so? Shit, man, Shimura. Get the wheels too?
You skezzed right now?
What? That not allowed? You know how hard it is when your parents famous? You don't. Nobody does. Maybe Yorinobu Arasaka.
You don't get along with your mom?
You know, I don't even remember the last time I called her mom. Don't even call her Best Isis or Mother or Nancy. The incredible one and only Best Isis. Shit.
Let's park downstairs. Keys are in the ignition.
What? For real? That's fucking far out, Shum. I won't forget this.
Hey, Benji Jamil. Huh.
Lucha para volver a la normalidad. Revive Maxwell Rico, la multipremiada neodanza World Wall Studios.
A gig well done, V. Our client's satisfied not only to get his hands on that recording, but the wheels too. A satisfied client means a satisfied fixer. Hell, you should be satisfied too. Contract's closed, and payment's on its way.
Bushido has.
Altitude 4200, been here, go, over.
How's that even possible? Huh. Old wheels are up and running.
man the door to the attic. So hungry like you are. Came for anything. Contact!
city alive. Without it, we'd all be at each other's throats. Corps, gangs, mercs, everyone. And where do fixers fit in? If one side starts to get too much power, a fixer can help tip the scales toward the other, discreetly. Think about it. Balance keeps biz from running dry. Anyway, why the lecture, right? Because it's time for a little intervention. Check the attachment.
No fucking love. Hear me, pendejo? Skip legs today. Gotta plant my ass here till tomorrow. Yeah.
Excellent. Equilibrium sometimes demands sacrifices. Contract closed.
70% de carne real.
Great. So, as I was saying, well, that's a first. Great. So, as I was saying...
Eat to your heart's content in Koyokan.
Hmm.